Watch someone lose their mind in an argument. Notice how their voice gets louder, how their face gets red, how they need you to agree with them right now. Now watch the person who just doesn't react. That second person, they're terrifying. And here's why. Most people are mental pinballs. Someone says something, they react. Something goes wrong, they panic. They get cut off in traffic. Their whole day is ruined. Their emotional state is controlled by everything else. Their boss, the weather, a text message. They're not living their life. They're being lived by their environment. And everyone can see it. Now imagine someone who doesn't need you to validate them, doesn't need you to agree, doesn't need you to do anything at all. You can yell, they don't flinch. You can manipulate, they see right through it. You can try to make them feel guilty, angry, ashamed. Nothing. It's like throwing punches at a wall. And that makes people deeply uncomfortable because calm isn't passive. Calm is the most aggressive thing you can do to someone who's trying to control you. When you refuse to react, you take away their power, and they feel it immediately. Here's what most people don't understand about building mental calm. They think it's about meditation, breathing exercises, positive thinking. Those things are fine, but real calm, real unshakable calm, that comes from one thing. Having an internal locus of control. Internal locus of control means this. You decide how you feel, not your circumstances, not other people. You. Your boss can yell at you, and you can choose to stay calm because you know your worth isn't determined by someone having a bad day. Someone can insult you, and you can choose not to care because you know who you are. Your phone can blow up with drama, and you can choose not to engage because you control your attention. This is the difference between reacting and responding. Reactive people are like dogs barking at every car that passes. Responsive people are like chess players who see 10 moves ahead. One is controlled, one is in control. And here's what happens when you develop this level of calm. People start treating you differently. They stop trying to manipulate you because it doesn't work. They stop dumping their emotional chaos on you because you don't absorb it. They stop testing you because you already passed every test by simply not playing their games. But here's the paradox. The calmer you become, the more threatening you are. Because calm people can't be controlled. They can't be pressured. They can't be rushed into bad decisions. They can't be emotionally hijacked. And in a world where everyone is trying to control everyone else, someone who can't be controlled is dangerous. So, how do you actually build this? It's quite simple, really. First, stop defending yourself to people who don't matter. When someone challenges you, questions you, criticizes you, your first instinct is to explain yourself, to justify, to defend. Stop. People who matter will understand. People who don't matter don't deserve an explanation. Your silence will communicate more power than any defense ever could. Second, stop reacting to urgency that isn't yours. Someone else's emergency is not your emergency. Someone else's panic is not your panic. Someone else's timeline is not your timeline. Just because someone needs an answer right now doesn't mean you have to give it. Calm people move at their own pace. Third, separate yourself from outcomes. This is the big one. You can control your effort. You can control your preparation. You can control your decisions. You cannot control the results. When you tie your emotional state to outcomes you can't control, you give away your peace. Do the work. Detach from the results. Stay calm regardless. Fourth, build competence. Here's the secret. Most anxiety comes from incompetence. When you know you can handle something, you don't panic about it. The more skills you build, the more situations you can handle. The calmer you become naturally. Confidence creates calm. Calm creates more confidence. It's a loop. And finally, practice discomfort daily. Take cold showers. Sit with boredom. Have hard conversations. Do things that make you uncomfortable and stay calm through them. Your nervous system learns that discomfort isn't danger. And when your nervous system knows the difference, you become unshakable. Here's what this looks like in practice. Someone tries to start an argument with you. They're angry. They're attacking. Old you would have gotten defensive, matched their energy. New you just listen. You let them finish. You pause. And you respond calmly if you respond at all. They escalate. You stay level. They realize they're fighting with a wall. They stop. Or you get bad news. A setback, a failure. Old you would have spiraled, panicked. New you? You feel the disappointment. You acknowledge it. Then you ask, what can